I'm Johnny Price in Greenville, South Carolina, and this is another of our Talking Head film analyses, where we are not so much concerned with how good a movie might be as we are with the ideas that come out of the movie. Well, you deserve full disclosure, and that is, I am a Tyler Perry fan, and to me, he can do no wrong. Now that doesn't mean that everything that he does is as good as everything else that he does, or that anything he's ever done is Oscar worthy. But what it does mean is, given the fact that I know a bit about the brutal childhood that he experienced, his working the live theater through the Chitlin circuit, his living out of his car in Atlanta as he began to pursue building his own film empire, his distancing, to say the least, himself from the mainstream Hollywood establishment, his convictions and the motives behind his storytelling all come together and give me a tremendous admiration for Mr. Perry. And I am a Tyler Perry fan. I am in his corner. He can do no wrong, and it is a shame that more white people don't go to see his movies. So, if you ask me what I thought of his latest release, Good Deeds, I liked it. I recommend it. It's not a complex story, nor is it a surprising story. It has its share of predictability. And it is very likely to remind you at least a little bit of Cinderella. But the performances are solid. Performances which include Mr. Perry, Tandy Newton, Felicia Rashad, and as such they are characters that we care about, and it is a story that you will not lose interest in. Tyler Perry plays the main character, Mr. Deeds. His father had built from the ground up a multi-million-dollar software company, and his son inherited it. And in doing so, laid aside all of his personal dreams, and in the process also lost any solid sense of himself. What begins to reset his thinking and priorities is an encounter that he has with a female janitor, a widow with a young daughter who works third shift in his building. And the telling of her story opens up to us the agonizing plight of many poor, underemployed, unemployed, and or homeless people. A theme which, not surprisingly, is addressed in many of the films that Tyler Perry has been involved in. If there is a bottom line to this movie, I think it is this: follow your passions. If you were to ever ask the question, What is it that God wants me to do with my life? Then the second question you should ask is, what is my passion? What is it that I ache to be involved with? What is it that would give me the greatest satisfaction? Because I am convinced that the one who created us has hardwired our passions into our personality. And thus, if we neglect, or worse still, ignore our passions, we do so at our own peril. I'm Johnny Price, and this has been another Talking Head Film Analysis.